On March 11, 2011, a magnitude 9 earthquake shook northeastern Japan, unleashing a savage tsunami. The earthquake lasted about 6 minutes, and the effects of the tsunami rung throughout the world, with debris showing up in the Norway and Antarctica's ice sheets. This two-part disaster came as a surprise to Japan because scientists and researchers did not expect or predict a disaster of this magnitude to hit Japan at the time. Residents there received a 2-minute warning, though, prior to the earthquake, which helped prevent lots of death by allowing people to evacuate and get out of the city. The tsunami waves began hitting the coast around an hour after the earthquake first began. These waves reached heights of 128 feet and reached as far inland as 6 miles. These intense waves went over seawalls that are supposed to stop and prevent waves from entering the city. This earthquake also triggered an enormous whirlpool because of the interaction between rushing water and the geology of the coastline and seafloor. To make matters worse, the tsunami disabled a nuclear power plant, causing a radioactive leak that spread along the coast. Due to the amount of radiation left, residents are not allowed to return for at least 10 years while scientists clean up the radiation.
The destruction. The number of confirmed deaths is 15,894 as of June 10, 2016, according to the Reconstruction Agency. More than 2,000 people are still reported missing. More than 120,000 buildings were destroyed, 278,000 were half destroyed, and 726 were partially destroyed, according to Japan's Reconstruction Agency. The total economic cost could reach up to $235 billion, the World Bank estimated, making it the costliest natural disaster in world history. The badly damaged Fukushima Daiichi plant discharged massive amounts of nuclear pollutants, endangering population in the immediate vicinity. What is the science behind the earthquake and tsunami? Near the coast of Japan, a subduction zone sits, which is where one plate slides underneath another one. East of Japan, the Pacific plate dove beneath the Eurasian plate. The trembler released centuries of built-up stress between the two tectonic plates. Researchers dug into the subduction zone and found a slippery clay layer, which they believe to be the reason why the plates moved so far, about 164 feet.
How is it affecting life in Japan now? Coastal cities and towns, as well as vast areas of farmland in the tsunami's path, were inundated by swirling waters that swept enormous quantities of houses, boats, cars, trucks, and other debris along with them. Some ways that urban planning has changed on the coast of Japan post-3/11 is that people who work on the seafront live on high ground, and the elderly people who often live alone began to move into regional hubs for better care and services, such as collective housing. Residents of Japan are still recovering as of February 2017. About 150,000 evacuees lost their homes and 50,000 of them are still living in temporary housing, according to Japan's Reconstruction Agency.